Hello, beautiful people. Today is Daily Ma Thursday. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Nursing with Abby. And from you will see that Postinor failed me. Why? And that's what I'm going to be talking about today on Nursing with Abby. It's a letter sent from Mrs Obi Latifat, and we're going to be trashing out this issue today. My name is Nurse Abiodun. Stay tuned and join me on this episode of Daily Ma Thursday. Alright, lovely people. Yes, today I'm going to be talking about the letter sent by Mrs Obi Latifat. But before we go into that, my name is Nurse Abiodun. I'm a nurse, I'm a midwife, I'm a public health advocate, and I love what I do. On this channel, I talk about nursing, I talk about lifestyle, and I talk about everything in between. I'm a nurse licensed to practice both in Nigeria and in the United Arab Emirates. If you are new on this particular channel, thank you so much for joining me on this episode. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for keeping on with the support. Thank you so much. Ensure you like, you share, and you subscribe. Now, on this episode, I really love this topic, and that's why you can see me dancing, and I'm excited. Now, Postinor failed me. Why? Okay, Miss Obi Latifat. Now, our story goes thus. She said that she's been sexually active since she was 21, and her boyfriend at that time comes to school maybe once in 2 months and all that, and she makes sure she uses a trusted Postinor to ensure that she doesn't get pregnant, and it's been working for her around that time. Now, 2 years ago, she decided to go celibate, maybe because she decided to change her faith and all that, and she decided she's no longer going to be involved in fornication and all that. So she got married about 5-6 months ago, and she told her husband that they don't want to, they just both decided that they don't want to get pregnant for a few months, maybe for them to, get their lives together, enjoy their marital life before the baby starts coming in. So she went back to her trusted old Postinor, and she's been using it after each sexual intercourse. Now she's complaining to me that 2 months ago she noticed she was having this funny feeling, and she had to go for checkup at the hospital. In fact, she never thought of pregnancy because she's been using her Postinor after every sexual intercourse. Now the bomb came. She became pregnant, though unplanned, but because she's married, she's taking the pregnancy, and she has decided to keep it. But she was now wondering, was the Postinor fake? Did she buy a wrong brand? Was she making any mistakes? What really happened that she got pregnant, and Postinor did not do the contraceptive effect that she thought it did while she was still single and she was having irregular sexual intercourse? Now, this question has been what a lot of people have been. I don't know why they're shying away from it, because it's very important for us to know what exactly we're taking in and what the drug does. Yeah, because a lot of us just say, yeah, if you have any unprotected sexual intercourse, just take Postinor and you're fine. But it's important for us to know from her later. She told me that during her honeymoon, she's been having sexual intercourse with her husband. What do you expect? Back to back, and like that. So she thought using the Postinor maybe once in a day or something would definitely bring the contraceptive effects. But it's important for you to note that Postinor contains a particular ingredient, let me put it that way, so that you can understand what I'm trying to say, called levonorgestrel. Now, what that levonorgestrel does is that it makes the womb, that's the house of your baby, it makes it inhabitable for a child to be conceived or implanted. That's how we call it. It makes the neck of your womb also to be too thick for any sperm to pass through and try to meet with your egg. Now, it's an emergency contraceptive, and it's not a regular contraceptive, and that is where we are making the mistake. Now, for a lot of women, as soon as you use that particular dose, yes, if you use that particular dose, it works for a particular time. That's like 72 hours. Now, if you continue sexual intercourse and you decide to use another dose, it reduces the efficacy of the drug. In other words, a drug that is supposed to use to prevent pregnancy, when the efficacy is reduced, definitely pregnancy comes swimming in and the baby just implants. Now, the other question she asked me was that because she's been using the Postinor for a while, she hopes that it doesn't have any detrimental effect on the baby that has now implanted. So I told her, according to researches, there has been no research to show that the use of Postinor had any detrimental effect or causes any birth defect on any child who was later implanted, maybe due to poor Postinor usage or inadequate knowledge concerning her. So she just needs to take it easy, go for antenatal, and get ready for delivery. Now, what exactly is this Postinor and why should it be used? Now, a lot of countries take Postinor, they call it morning after pill. Some people call it Plan B. It depends on whatever name you want to call it, but we call it Postinor 2 in the part of the world in Africa and all that. Now, emergency contraceptive is being used only when there is an unprotected sexual intercourse which is not regular. Now, in cases of rape, in cases of incest, in cases of maybe condom breakage, yes. Sometimes some people use condom as a method of contraception, and maybe while the activity is going on, the condom just maybe there was a leak or something, and you're almost sure that of the truth this might not be a good one. So it could be. So a lot of people use Postinor because of that. Now, when Postinor is being used, it should be used immediately after the act, as soon as possible, because the longer you stay before using the Postinor, the less effective it is. Now, after the first dose, if you're using Postinor 2, within the next 12 hours, you take the other one, which is 2 doses in one pack. So the first one takes effect, and the second one also helps to buffer the effect. But if you take the Postinor much longer, some people after 2 days they start using the Postinor. Unfortunately, the baby might have implanted, and there might be no going back, because Postinor is not an abortifacient. That's what I mean, is that it's not a drug that helps to abort a pregnancy. It prevents implantation. It does not abort a baby, and that's where the mix-up is. Now, for Mrs Obi Latifat, well, she's pregnant and she just has to carry the baby to term and expect her baby in the next few months. Now, for those who are not yet pregnant and they're thinking of a method of contraception, if you're having regular regular sexual intercourse, definitely Postinor is not for you. But you can get other methods by going to a family planning provider, and all the methods to be laid down to you. You could have the hormonal method, the implant. You could have the use of pills, daily pills. You could, well, definitely they're going to run tests on you, ask questions from you, check you, and see which one could be appropriate for you. But definitely you start with the reversible one. So in case you do not work well, or your body do not function well with that particular method, you could be changed to another one. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Nursing with Abi Mrs Obi Latifat. I hope you've been able to learn a thing or two from this, and many other people who wants to watch this particular episode. Till I see you in my next episode, bye for now. Ensure you like, share, and subscribe. Bye.